friends, today in this video I'm going to show you how to make a instant sweet with wheat flour. So the ingredients for this sweet is readily available at home, and whenever you want to try a sweet dish or for a festival you want to make a sweet dish, you can try this sweet dish, which is instant, easy and really tasty. So this is similar to the ariselu or adresam that is called in Tamil, and ariselu in Telugu, atraselu in Telugu also. But for adresam or ariselu, what happens is you'll have to make a very nice thick consistency of the jaggery syrup. If the jaggery syrup goes wrong, then your adresam or ariselu would not taste good, and you would not get the round shape only. But this is instant. You don't have to make any kind of syrup for this. You just melt jaggery and make this sweet. Let's see the ingredients required to make this sweet dish. Half kg of wheat flour, half kg of rice flour, 750 grams of jaggery, or you can even take 1 kg, cardamom 1.5 spoons to 2 spoons cardamom powder, 1 liter of water, approximately 3 to 4 glasses of water, 1 liter of oil to fry. Let's see how to make. In a pan or in a wide bottom vessel, take half a kg of rice flour, and to this add half a kg of wheat flour. Mix this rice and wheat flour together so that it mixes evenly. Otherwise you will find the rice flour and wheat flour here and there not mixed. Now in a vessel, take the 750 grams of jaggery and add 1 liter of water, approximately 4 glasses of water. So you would have your measuring cup, or you will have a 1 liter bottle at home. So measure 1 liter of water in that and add it to this jaggery, and turn on the stove and let the jaggery melt. You don't have to make any syrup. You just have to melt the jaggery. Once the jaggery has melted completely, you just have to boil it for another 2 to 3 minutes. See, the jaggery is got completely melted. Now at this stage you'll have to get it boiled for 2 minutes. I'm not making any kind of syrup with this. So you're getting boils there. Once this is done, add the wheat and rice flour that we have mixed to this. Mix it continuously so that it doesn't form any kind of lumps. Add portion by portion and mix it. You can turn off the stove. You can turn off the stove once the jaggery was got melted. You don't have to turn on the stove and mix this process. You can take this out from the stove and then you can mix it. So I'm using a ladle because this would be very hard. Otherwise you can use your hand also. So once this is little cool, I'm going to use my hand and knead it like a chapati dough. At this stage, add the cardamom powder. I'm adding 1.5 spoon of cardamom powder to this, so that it gives a very nice flavor. Then after adding the cardamom powder, again mix it thoroughly so that you get a even dough. So leave this mixture to cool for 5 to 10 minutes under the fan, and you can use your hand to mix it thoroughly. See, I mixed it thoroughly, and this is the consistency that it has to be in. Just make a ball, and it has to be like a soft chapati batter that we make, chapati dough that we make. See, it is really soft. So now this dough we shall allow it to rest it for some 1 hour to 2 hours so that it becomes even more soft. The reason behind leaving it to rest is the jaggery and the rice and wheat atta, they get kind of fluffy and become very soft, right? So that is why we leave it. Even the chapati mixture that we do, we leave it for 10 to 15 minutes. Similarly, now cover it with a lid and leave it for 1 to 2 hours. So after 2 hours, this is how our dough is. It has become very soft. Just mix it once. Now take a little oil in your hand, apply a little oil in your hand, and make round balls, a little round balls out of this mixture. And take a polythene cover and keep 2 rows of these mixture and cover again with a polythene lattice, and then press it with a flat bottom vessel. Just press it like this so that you will get a round shape. So at a time I've taken 6 balls so that it is easy for us to fry this. Meanwhile, you can heat the oil in a pan, and you can follow this process so that it is very quick and easy for you to do it simultaneously. So I'm pressing the second time because it is evenly flat so that it doesn't become big on one side and flat on another side. So I'm taking the cover like this. I'm going to take this one by one and drop into the hot oil. So I've kept the hot oil to heat and I'm dropping it in this hot oil. So initially I'm going to show you two I'm showing you two fried, and because the oil, we'll have to check if the oil is hot and how it's going to turn out. See, it's becoming a little fluffy, so this is the right consistency, and our batter is right, and the oil is also at a good amount of heat. So you'll have to cook this at a medium heat, not at a slow flame or at a high flame. If you cook this at a high flame, it will get burned out instantly. And making this is not time consuming. Frying this takes hardly a minute. Unlike your other fried items, this takes hardly a minute to fry. And at a time you can drop 6 flatteners like this. So I've shown you 2, and I'm going to follow the similar process, and this time I'm going to make 6 and show you. Meanwhile, when this is getting cooked, you can also prepare the shapes with the rest of the batter that is available. So for the quantity of batter that I've taken, you would get close to 75 to 60 sweets like this. And in case you want even more for festivals or some function, you can take 1 kg of flour so that you get close to 150 to 200 sweets like this. So it depends on your feasibility and the time that is available for you. And also this is very easy and quick to make. You don't have to make any syrup or pakam for this, and it's very instant. It doesn't consume much oil like your adrisam or arisulu consumes a lot of oil. This doesn't consume a lot of oil, so it is even healthy for your health. So try this and share your comments. For more recipes, subscribe to my channel. Thank you.